Hi there. In case you haven't had a chance to meet before, my name is Hillary Start. I'm a part of the Edge Church in Aurora, Illinois. Like many churches, the Edge is going through an Advent series, and this week we're going to be talking about good news. Before I share excitedly with you about my own great news, I want to tell you just a little bit about the passage that we're going to be going through on Sunday. In Luke 2, what's happened is Jesus has just been born, and an angel appears to some shepherds in the middle of a field and announces the birth of Jesus to them. And they're the very first ones to hear about this good news that people have been waiting a really, really long time for, good news that people have longed for and hoped for and prayed for and anticipated for a really long time. And the sweet and awesome thing is that the shepherds believe these angels, and they go and find Jesus for themselves. And after that, they go and tell whoever they can about this amazing encounter, first about the angels, and then how they went and found Jesus, just as the angels had said, and how they had the opportunity to worship him. And then they went and testified of this good news and this great joy to the world around them. And when I think about shepherds, I think of how back then they weren't necessarily the most important people. In fact, some people may have looked down on them. Some people may have not given them much care or much notice. They could have been considered just nobodies. And we don't hear about these shepherds before this in the Bible, and we don't hear about them after this in the Bible. But because God is amazing and he picks who he picks and loves in ways that we'll never be able to understand, he chose these shepherds to give them good news. So we're going to pick back up on that in a minute, but I wanted to share my own good news with you. So for many, many years of my life, I've had a broken relationship with somebody very important in my life, and it was painful for both of us. Things were said and done between us that really left a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. And by the world's view, and sometimes me and this other person, our view too, this relationship was just going to be too hard to mend. There were people who felt it was impossible, it would just be too hard. But the cool thing is that God said that he was going to do it, that he was going to bring full restoration and full healing, and that there would be a beautiful love once again between me and this person. And so a couple weeks ago, that's exactly what God did. He brought sweet breakthrough, sweet healing, and there has been just amazing reconciliation between me and this person, and we are now once again joined in relationship, and there is once again love flowing between the two of us, and it couldn't have happened without the Lord. It's so very clear that the Lord did a miracle in this person's life and a miracle in my life too. And for me, that's super good news. Okay, hop back to the shepherds. So for a long time, people had been waiting for this good news and this great joy. And the angels said that it was going to be for all people. And that means all people back then, all people between then and now, and for all of us here now, that Jesus is the great news for our lives. And I want to encourage you that if you are waiting for the Lord to do something in your life, if you know God and he has told you that he is going to bring about something in your life, whether it's something that you requested, something he promised, know that he is faithfully at work. Just like he was all those years before, leading up to the birth of Christ, he is yet still at work, and he will move favorably for you. He is right now working on your behalf. And like the shepherds, I want to share that things happen just the way the Lord said they would. And when your good news happens, I sure hope that you too will join the shepherds, join me, join many others in declaring how good God is, how faithful he is, how the love of Jesus Christ is so beautiful and overwhelming and so great. And I also would love to just invite you, if you don't have a place that you can celebrate Christmas this year, this Sunday, the 18th of December, we're going to be meeting out at Mateo Valley High School in Aurora. You can actually check us out at edgeaurora.com, or you can visit us on our Facebook page, The Edge Church. We would so love to have you out. We're going to have an awesome cafe. We'll have beautiful worship music. We'll have time to just be in the Lord's presence, and we're going to hear a great word. We have a sweet children's ministry, and it's really one of my favorite places to be, and we'd love to see you out there. And if you're listening and you're wondering if the Lord has something for you, take a minute after you see this video, take a minute and ask him for a revelation, a sweet revelation of what he has for you, what the good news is that he has for your life. And I just pray that you guys are blessed. Merry Christmas and hope to see you soon.